Welcome to Friday Fun Day, everyone. Well, today's topic is how do I mentally prepare myself to write? Well, to be perfectly honest, this is not something I'm super skilled at. I have a lot on my plate most of the time. It's hard for me to sit down and turn off my mental tabs that are popping constantly. Sometimes the time that I have to write is less than the time it takes to turn those tabs off so I can actually concentrate on what I'm trying to write. And when I actually get to the point where I can try and write, I'm either out of time or somebody needs something or I am blank. Like there's nothing there. I was watching a video yesterday where an author was saying that writer's block is not real. Well, let me tell you something. I have not been diagnosed with it, but all the signs and symptoms are there that I probably am struggling with some adult ADHD. I may have had ADHD my whole life or some variant of it. You know, I can see it all now and I can understand it more so that I can create new coping mechanisms and new skills, but I haven't reached that point in my life yet. So it's difficult for me to actually turn things off enough to focus on what I need to focus. And I watched another YouTuber called To ADHD who talked about the wall of awful. I'm going to put a link in the description down here because I think that other people might be interested in that too. It's basically, you know, trying to get over this wall of things that you kind of put in your own way. And so writer's block, you know, it could be an excuse. It's not a good excuse, but it's a reason. And I can tell you that this entire month has been kind of a wall of awful in general for various reasons, or it's just been walls of things that I've had to do that take priority over my writing. I have kids. My husband travels. It's, you know, it's a very busy life. Today I had an extremely unpleasant task. We've had a lot of time leading up to today that took up time to this task. There's a lot of mental capacity I just can't free up for trying to create a fantasy world or even a romantic plot. I don't want to solve my character's problems. I've got enough of my own. But when I was a kid, when I was a teenager, when I was in college, I could sit and I could write notebooks full of stories. I would have an idea and I'd just write it out. Of course, those were the days before social media. Those were days when my responsibilities were quite a bit less and a lot more cut and dried. So I had a schedule set out for me basically by school. You know, I had a routine, I had structure imposed on me, but now as an adult I have to impose structure on myself. And some people are really good at that, and I will be honest, I'll be real, I am not. That's not an easy thing for me to do. So it's something I'm working on, so I don't really have any good answer. I have no solid answer. If you were looking for advice in this one, I'm just going to have to say what I have is just keep working. I mean, just do it when you can. Just, you know, and try and get over your wall of awful. Even people who don't struggle with ADHD or other neurological whatever, you know, might benefit from it, because I think everybody kind of has their own wall of awful no matter what. But I'm going to tell you another thing that I do sometimes. There was an author, I want to say maybe Steinbeck or Hemingway, or maybe neither of those, I'm not sure, and I'm not going to Google it right now, said, write drunk and edit sober. And children who are watching this, don't take this advice, okay? You know, maybe when you're older and you can make your own choices. But for now, you know, just, I'm a mom. I have to think about these things. But sometimes a glass of wine or a little bit of whiskey or something turns off some of those tabs in my brain and allows me to just relax enough to focus on some words. And I'm going to tell you, even though this week has been like super duper stressful and a lot of crap has gone down, I actually did get some words in last night. I actually made a breakthrough in this story I've been fighting with, trying to start. I had this great idea and then it fizzled. But last night I had 5 minutes to sit down and scarf my dinner before going to a meeting, and I was able to make a breakthrough in this story idea, and I'm kind of interested in maybe working on it this weekend. So mental preparedness, sometimes you need some help. Sometimes you just have to take it when you get it. Sometimes there is no preparedness. Sometimes it's just a matter of, I gotta do this now. So I hope this wasn't too scattered. I just, as I said, I didn't really super mentally prepare for the video either, because it was not a good day. It's gotten better, but it hasn't been a good week. And I apologize, you know, it's kind of a downer, but I'm going to be honest. I want to be honest with you. Thank you so much, Joy, for your tribute to my cat. And Guy, too. Guy, you mentioned it. I love watching your line drawings, Guy. It's actually kind of soothing to watch your drawings. Riley, I enjoy the things you have to say. And Jake and Brandon, you know, I enjoy what you have to say, too. I'm sorry I couldn't concentrate super much on your videos this week, but as we get more into this habit, I think that it's going to be good to be able to track milestones and be able to tell you guys, hey, you know, I've broken through these things and I've managed to create structure in my life, and I've managed to have this this new way of preparing myself to write. I've actually managed to write. I think this is going to be a good thing. Anyway, tomorrow is Lydia, and then that will end the week, and we'll start over again with Joy. And I can't remember what the topic is, and I'm not going to look it up right now, so it'll be a surprise. Surprise! Anyway, have a great Friday. Cheers!